This is the greatest thing that I have ever seen. Out of everything that's on...
Oh, this poor guy. It's almost like no one wants to hire you or be associated with you because of your actions. These are called consequences. We all have to deal with them. And here you thought you were being just a big savior and standing up for what you believe, and you was defending your city, right? Your city that your mommy drove you to because you don't live there. But yeah, oh, we're supposed to feel bad for you. Take a seat, buddy. Have the date.
Kyle Rittenhouse is singing the blues, and first of all, the audacity. If you missed the headlines, I got you. Okay, so if you recall, 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 demonstrators in Kenosha, Wisconsin, following the shooting of Jacob Blake in 2020. Now, he was acquitted on all charges. His lawyer tells the world he's broke, and he's now writing a book called Acquitted. On the pre-order website, Kyle says his life was horribly altered when he was forced to defend himself using deadly force. He's writing the book to tell people the real story of what happened. Social media has been roasting him this week, with people saying things like, "Go away, Kyle," and "You should be in jail, Kyle." The book is not going to change the facts, Kyle. You are wandering around the streets by yourself on a school night with a machine gun while unruly protests were going on. You also need better friends, Kyle, because friends that know you, good friends, would have been like, "Yeah, we should go check on our guy tonight. He might do something stupid."
Yes, I saw myself getting annoyed watching this video. Piers Morgan tried to destroy Kyle Rittenhouse, but at the end, he saw something different. He never expected that this guy would be so brilliant to respond to him this way. How on earth can you ask someone, how do you feel taking away the lives of 2 people? It is crazy. This guy went there, I think he's on a tour, trying to promote his new book. The kind of question Piers was to ask him, I never saw that. It is insane to ask someone how he feels, trying to defend himself. We all know what happened. Sometimes I don't even want to pronounce that on this video because of, you all know, Vivi retweeted this. I'm not a hero. I did what I had to do to defend myself. There are countless Americans every day that defend themselves. It's not a heroic thing to do. It doesn't make you a villain, but it doesn't make you a hero.
Human level, you're very young even now. What are you, 20 years old now?
Yes, sir.
And you've killed 2 human beings and wounded a 3rd. I just wonder how that feels.
I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask how it feels. It's not an easy thing to do. It's something I live with every single day. It's nightmares I have. It's something that I have to deal with. I have to deal with the PTSD and the trauma from having to do that.
Right. I mean, but it seems to me your emotions are more about you and your trauma because your life was being threatened and that side of it, rather than the question I'm asking, which is simply on a human level, how do you feel about being so young and yet having on the record for the rest of your life now that you took the lives of 2 people, regardless of the circumstances?
And like I just said, it's something I deal with every day. I deal with the PTSD and the trauma and the nightmares. It's not easy to deal with it.
Your book, presumably you're going to make money from this book. Do you feel comfortable making money from this, which ultimately is a tragic story? I repeat, you were acquitted. There's no reason you can't do a book. But do you feel comfortable making a lot of money out of essentially what in the end was an incident that cost the lives of other humans?
Well, I'm not writing the book to make money. I'm writing the book to tell the story of what happened. I'm trying to change the narrative that media keeps putting out there that I'm some type of white supremacist, racist person, when that's just not true. I'm a 20-year-old kid who was put in a situation to where I was forced to defend myself, and I'm writing to put that into a book. I wrote a story and put that in a book so I can share that with everybody so they can understand what I went through. how my childhood was growing up and the difficulties I deal with today. And you can check out the book at rittenhousebook.org if you want to read it and learn the truth for yourself.
How do you feel that you became a hero to many on the far right, kind of made you their poster boy?
Well, Piers, I'm not a hero.
Yes, the only part I was interested on is this. I'm not a hero. I did what I had to do to defend myself. There are countless Americans every day that defend themselves. We all saw how the media had to change the narrative about this guy. Until date, he's still suffering. I understand the pains he went through. Taking away the lives of someone is not right, but sometimes you need to defend yourself. That is what I know. And a lot of people know that. The mainstream media know that. They had to change that narrative when they realize a lot of people, especially conservatives, they are supporting him. They play very well. When they realize you are getting support from this side, they start calling you names. Oh, he's white supremacy, he's this, he's that. I was seeing that. I think I reported throughout when this was happening. So, doing a book to change the narrative on how the media or how people perceive this is not a bad thing. He spent a lot of time and energy. So, putting out that book for some few coins is not because he's proud of what he did. It is to tell people the story because he doesn't have that medium, to actually speak out. He has been having interviews with different persons, especially when this incident happened. So now putting a book will make him more popular for people to know what actually happened. A lot of people are interested to read this. So I don't see the problem why the media is melting down. You saw at the beginning of this video how crazy Libras are going off on him. It is crazy. He wants to make off cold cash on taking the lives of people. I get the point. Someone said if other people would see what he did, they would also like to take away the lives of others, so they can tell stories. If you think that is a good thing, go and do and see if you will not be jailed. If you face a challenge like what he was passing through that time, and you should be able to defend yourself. Reasons people talk about the First Amendment. These are some kind of things. Sometimes I don't really want to go into real politics, but when I see Piers Morgan actually doing this, asking, trying to trick him in such a way that if you are not brilliant to answer this kind of question, you fall into the trap, calling more backlash to yourself. Why Piers Morgan is sitting there to make more money because people will be interested to see, what is going on. Piers Morgan is known for this, asking triggering questions, to stir up reaction from social media. To me, he needs to know the kind of questions he should be asking. It is insane to me. At this level, it should not be that kind of, I've seen him having clash with different people during interviews, but in this situation, you need to be guided. You need to know what is coming out of your mouth before you ask questions.